Hey nerdlets, Sage is here. Good enough intro? I sure hope so, because it's time to just safely say I've had no time to do anything in the past day or two. In fact, the footage you are looking at right now is old footage that is part of the 30 minutes I recorded while I was grinding in Fire Emblem Heroes, because I record my audio for this kind of stuff beforehand. Oh boy. Anyways, I have had no time to really record nor edit due to work and other things, so hi. And honestly, I was not expecting that last few, Fire Emblem videos to take off the way they did, but still, a lot of things that were coming up in the comments were something that I honestly kind of agree with in a lot of regards, and I guess I figured it would be kind of fun to talk about it, in video form. The most personal ways of doing things. But no, I wanted to have an open discussion because I've been playing between Fire Emblem Heroes and my recordings and everything. It's been fun, but I've noticed a lot of issues that have come along with the game, and I figured it would be a fun little thing to talk about it with everyone who's also playing and see what they had to say about all of this little nonsense here, shall we? So let's just dive right on in, and the first thing I want to talk about is actually orbs. So if you're like me on my other account, you probably have gone through quite a lot of the storyline, be it in hard or lunatic. You may have done all of it, and I'll be pretty honest, after you've completed all of that and the challenges and whatever else may pop up, quest lines, things like that, you may have found yourself, well, without anything to do when it comes down to Fire Emblem Heroes, and I've been seeing that a lot in the comments, where people log in, they get their orbs for the day, and then they log out, and that's pretty much the whole thing that they do with Fire Emblem Heroes nowadays, because there's no other way to get orbs other than that, and maybe occasionally an event pops up and they can get 2 to 3. And since the game rewards you for hoarding orbs and essentially buying, in bulk, summoning in bulk mostly, you kind of have this weird trade-off where you're hoarding orbs and you're turning off your game and not really playing it. You're just getting the daily reward and logging off, and I'll be pretty honest, I've been doing that a lot with my main account. That's why I've been grinding on this one, although I'm pretty happy with this one. This account actually has quite a few good things going for it, but still, same principle kind of applies here. There's not much to do once you've completed all of the story mode, and since this is a mobile game and they want you to come back, it kind of sucks that you're either going to A, have to pay, or B, just wait for new content. And I can already hear those keyboards chattering with the comment that's like, well, gee, it's a gacha game, it's a mobile game, they want you to pay. Yes, and they want you to wait for new content, yes. But you see, other gacha games and other mobile games have things like daily activities and things to do when you get on the game, so you can do something and have some fun, and maybe then you'll spend some more money. Right now, though, on my other account, all I do is log on once every day for like a few seconds, get my daily rewards, and then I'm out. So then the question becomes, how exactly do we alleviate that without, taking away the advantage of, say, buying orbs? The whole idea of, time is precious, so you could essentially spend money to make it faster, that kind of thing. And definitely Fire Emblem Heroes has that going for it. So that brings me to the question that I have for you guys. Since, this is an open discussion, how would you fix orbs and make it so it's not so easy to get them, but, it's at least a little bit easier, it alleviates a few problems that kind of come along with completing a lot of the things that are in the game right now? Because right now, as it stands, again, I just log in and collect my daily rewards. I don't really bother with arena or anything. I just get in and go, oh cool, orbs, gone. Yeah. And it's a real issue that a lot of people are facing because there's just nothing to do to get anymore outside of buying it at this point, and that kind of sucks. So what would you like to see in the game? What would you like to see to make it a little bit easier? For me, I have a suggestion, and this kind of comes from years of playing MMOs. Most recently, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV. And a lot of MMOs nowadays, they have things called dailies. And dailies have been adopted into the mobile market for years now. And basically what dailies are is you log on every day, thus the whole, dailies thing. And when you do these things, these quests, these tasks, and you get rewarded for them. You get reputation in MMOs, but in a lot of mobile games, you get, currency, not very much of it, but you get it, and you get to use that in the market or wherever else you use to, improve your account or your characters, etc., etc. And I feel Fire Emblem Heroes could use something like this to at least alleviate the issue, but also make it so people who have played the game and done what they needed to do at least have some reason to get on and play the game. Because, again, I log on, get my orbs, log off. And these tasks could be things like, redoing missions, and you could scatter them amongst the difficulties, so it's good for everyone, but if you are more towards the end of the game, you can do them all. And one in normal, one in hard, one in lunatic, and you get additional 3 orbs. It's not amazing, but it does help do 2 things, and that is 1, it gives more orbs, even though, it's not very much, but it's a mobile game. And 2, it encourages them to at least get on and play the game. Not for very long, but, long enough to get their orbs. But that's just my opinion on things, and I'm always open to hear what you guys think would be a good idea for the game, and, maybe Nintendo will hear us, who knows. And the next thing I see people talking about and fearing a little bit is stamina, especially when it comes to Training Tower. For those who don't know, stamina when this game came out was kind of a big issue. The Training Tower had a lot of stamina usage. I believe equipping skills a while ago was requiring stamina as well, and that was mind-boggling to me when I think about it. I complained about this a while ago, and this is kind of the continuation of it. And I mean complained as in being constructive, right? I wasn't being a jerk about it, I hope. Still, nonetheless, people are fearful that when this whole launch event ends, that stamina usage will start to really go up. And I mean really go up. Right now, for the launch event, at least until the 20th of March, I believe, the stamina costs on the Training Tower specifically for, leveling up units, which is what I'm doing on this video right now. Stamina on the Training Towers is very small. In fact, it's 1 for the lowest level and 9 for the upmost level. And that's pretty good. Not only that, but you gain boosted EXP, just saying, go train your units if you can. But I can't help but feel that stamina may in fact become more prevalent as the launch event ends, and I'm hoping that Nintendo, since they were nice enough to remove the whole equipping skills requires stamina thing, will maybe take into effect that perhaps keeping the stamina costs on the Training Tower right now would be a good idea, because Lunatic, I think it takes 20 stamina in the later levels, and that's nearly half of your stamina right now. So yeah, there's a lot of issues there, I think. And it's only going to get worse as they add more story. I'm just hoping Nintendo will listen to our input and maybe make adjustments on stamina a bit more, because right now it's getting better, but it's still not quite there just yet. Especially on things like Lunatic, where you're spending nearly half of your stamina on one mission, and that mission only yields maybe 1 orb. All I'm saying is maybe, you can upgrade stamina a bit more, pay for it with orbs or something, because we really need more of that. But really, it's in a better place than it was several weeks ago, and that's a plus. Good job on Nintendo's part by listening to input. Hopefully, maybe the stamina, things around the Training Tower will stick. I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping there, but we'll see how that goes. Small notice though, I think it's really nice of them that they are at least giving out free heroes via special events or, the daily thing. Sometimes the heroes aren't that great. God, sorry. Cold. Still though, pretty cool. I hope they continue this and maybe we'll get some really nice heroes out of that. But before we close this out and before we, say goodbye and start talking in the comments, I do think I would like to discuss what you guys want to see in the future when it comes to not only new additions to the game, but new game modes or what have you. Outside of characters, of course, we already know we're missing Ike for some strange reason. For me, personally, I would like to see a score attack mode, and I don't mean it like, oh, complete this map the fastest way possible. I mean, like, trying to be as efficient as possible, like, take the least amount of damage, deal the most damage without taking it, heal the most, etc., etc., and that would all tally up into a score, and that would be your grade on that, and then maybe there would be a leaderboard or something that would be updated every so often, and those who participate, they get something like feathers. I don't know. Something that's just additional outside of the arena, something that doesn't require having to deal with other people's units, so much in the way that it is right now, where it's like, oh hey, here's 4 Takumis. That was a joke, by the way. But, it'd be about the same length as a season in Arena, and it would reward you for something. And it would just be something fun to do instead of having to spam story or what have you. But I really want to know what you guys think. I want to hear your opinions on this stuff and see what you have to say about, well, orbs, stamina, new things being added. What do you want to see? Because I'm excited for the future, and I care deeply about the game, but I do want to see where it goes from here, because otherwise we may have some issues with the orbs and stuff, and God knows how many comments I've seen of that lately. But I'll see you guys soon. I really love to hear from you. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll see you all very soon.